Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Risk tutorial video. Today we'll be going over the first part of warfare. So right here we have a situation of World War One. As you can see, we've got the Imperial Russian Army front line and the German army here. So we'll be going over the most basics of warfare, so how to use dice, bonuses, how front lines work, and occupation colors. So the first thing here is that we're going to talk about the dice, and so we'll simulate a attack by the Russian army onto the Germans. So my friend Burgonian over here will attack when ready, and then we will respond. Okay, so this is his rolls. So we do 3 to just a bit more accurate on the scale of things. Also, we can also do only one roll for small battles, such like like a little small reconnaissance or anything that includes some kind of battle. So as you can see, he wrote down his rolls of 4, 7, 8. So we're gonna put down our rolls out of 12. We've got a 7, 11. And a 1. So we just say 711-1. As we can see right here, we won 2 out of the 3 battles. So it would be a 2 out of 1. Oops, 2 out of 3. So we won 2 out of 3, and we can also just put 2 out of 1 to say who won a battle. So since we repulsed the attack, no land gains were made, and we'll begin ace attack. So it would just say like, oh, the German army attacks Russian troop concentrations. So there is a small kind of roleplay thing. It's a lot better to be in-depth about attacks, since it just looks a lot more formal and is also pretty much key in any kind of RP. Being precise and in-depth also really helps pretty much anything. So we begin our attack. I'll start my rolls. So I got a 12, a 3, and a 2. 12, 3, 2. Okay, looks like we have to re-roll the first one since we both got a 12. So we will re-roll. Okay, so in this case, it's like a really close match. So usually Risk players will re-roll if it's within 1 of each other, one number. So since I got 11, he got 12, or I got 12, he got 11, we would re-roll. And yeah, so we just re-roll again. Hopefully this time something will happen. Okay, so now now I got a there was a difference of 2, so that means that I won the battle. So technically he won the entire, so I got 1 out of 2. He got 2 battles, I won only 1. So that means the attack is repulsed. So now I'll be talking a little bit about occupation colors and why we use them. So to show lands that are occupied by an enemy, we use a slightly different color from the other nations. So since Germany right here is black or dark blue, we would use either a dark blue or a light black kind of color. So if we were to say we won like a major battle or something, we would get all of this kind of stuff, Since this army is a front line, that means that it goes for the entire front line here, the entire kind of theater. But right now we'll only be focusing right here, since it's just a lot easier to manage. And then so you press on 7, move, you move your army up, and now your front line's actually on the front line. So it's something that's really simple. If you want to keep your occupation color, it's just press G on your keyboard, make a fort, and you just put occupation color, and then people will know that's your occupation color, not another nation. And it's really simple. So now we're gonna go ahead and delete our occupation color, and then we'll show the Russian one. So historically in World War I, the Russians were able to push back the Germans. pretty heavily actually. So Borgonian will right here will make an occupation kind of zone with his own color. As you can see, he occupied some parts of Prussia. And so let's just move up our front line right here just to make sure that they know that, oh yeah, well, this area is being garrisoned by a army. And that's pretty much everything about occupation colors. A very simple thing to use. So now we'll be talking about bonuses. So bonuses are pretty differing. So you know how some nations have better technologies? Yeah. Borgonian got something right about the front lines. There's just reduces lag. Although you don't need to use them, it just makes it easier for everyone. But on the topic of bonuses, so bonuses are added modifiers to dice. So they can be in the form of technology, overwhelming numbers, and pretty much anything that has to deal with a superiority over another nation's army. So in the case of World War I, 1915, the Germans have a pretty good technological and, well, maybe not so technological, but they have a lot better officers, well-trained men compared to Russian conscripts, and they don't even have the right ammo for their guns yet. Yeah, Russia's army is very bad right now, and you have to take in a lot of historical context before you create bonuses. Later in a part 2, we'll be talking about general bonuses, but for now, we'll just talk about general or more army-based bonuses. So, if you want something, so if when you're role-playing the battles, usually you'll say, so in this case, Germany gets +2 for officers, better technology, you know, something like that, and it works. The Russians don't get any kind of subtraction to their numbers. So if we would roll again, let's roll this, like maybe we're retaking this occupation right here. We roll again. 5. So I add the bonuses on, so I got a 7, 11, 7. Okay. So I lost. He got 12 on this first roll, so it would be 1 to 2. He won 2 battles, so nothing happens. Also, a good idea for roleplay is to put in casualties. So once you lose a battle, you usually write in casualties. So let's say the German army lost 25,000, so 475, and then the Russians maybe would lose like 10,000 or something. You know, since World War I was a very bloody battle or bloody war. So, yeah. So, of course, during different kinds of wars, different scenarios, the casualties and bonuses differ a lot. Just right now, we'll be using World War I as an example. Part 2, we'll be going over the more earlier centuries and that kind of idea. So, yeah. So, basically, as we just went over the basics of warfare, pretty much... It does not need to be like this. This is mostly just a reference, of course. Risk players can use any kind of RP for their battles. This is just a very basic kind of simplification and overall meant to help a lot of new players. So, yeah. Once again, if you have any comments or observations, anything, send them down in the comments section below. And we'll see you on part 2 of Warfare coming soon. Alright, see you guys.